It's time for your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's weather page in the Shepherd's Weather Center. Now, here's Dr. Don.
Well, good evening to you, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you from the Dr. Don weather page. It is your primetime forecast for Friday, October 10, 2020, in the Shepherd's Weather Center from Dr. Don's weather page. And we do have quite a good bit to talk about because we do have a major hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico headed for Louisiana. Hey, don't forget to go over to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX. Your help keeps us going so we can continue to do this and keep East Alabama and West Georgia safe during severe weather. So any support that you can give us, we greatly do appreciate it. All right, let's talk tropical weather. We got a hurricane out there in the Gulf of Mexico. It's called Delta. Delta is turning to the north now and will continue a northward motion, maybe a little bit northeast of due north over the next several hours. And then landfall will be expected sometime about 24 hours from now. And that landfall is going to come down there along southern Louisiana. It's going to take a very similar track to Hurricane Laura. If you remember Laura from a month or so ago, the same areas, Lake Charles, Louisiana, is going to get hit hard with this one. This is going to be a stronger storm than what we saw with Laura. Currently, Delta is at 115 miles per hour. Could very possibly get a little bit stronger before making landfall. Moving northwest right now at 12 miles per hour, which is a pretty good clip for a hurricane. You'll remember Laura was only moving at about 2 miles per hour and kind of actually sat out there in the Gulf for a day or so before making landfall. Not going to be the case here with Delta. This has a good forward motion to it, and it's probably going to speed up a little bit too, even more so than 12 miles per hour. But Delta is a very dangerous storm, and this is going to cause some serious problems in Louisiana. It will then track up through central Louisiana, up into Mississippi, and then maybe across extreme northwest Alabama, up into central Tennessee, and there could be problems along the way. We'll talk more about that in just a few moments, and I'll tell you what that means for East Alabama on Saturday and Sunday. We also have another area of disturbance we're watching, disturbance number 1. There's only about a 20% chance that it will develop at this time. So let's take a look at the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. This is as of 4 p.m. Eastern on your Thursday afternoon. You see that M notation there along the track. That stands for major hurricane. Most likely a strong Cat 2 or maybe a weak Cat 3 at landfall. And that's going to cause a lot of problems. We're going to have storm surge. We will have wind damage from this one. Laura was more of a rainmaker, more of a flooding hurricane. Sally was too. But now this one at a strong Cat 2, weak Cat 3 could cause some structural damage from wind. So we're going to have to watch that very closely. You'll notice that there are no watches or warnings up along the Alabama or Mississippi Gulf Coast or Florida Gulf Coast either. All of those have been discontinued, so those of you who had plans to go down to Gulf Shores, maybe Orange Beach, Pensacola, Panama City, Fort Walton, Destin, you're clear. Now, the ocean's not going to be fun. Red flags are going to be flying most likely. Beaches will be closed as far as swimming is concerned, and there will be lots of rain and scattered thunderstorms down there along the beach over the weekend. Probably more of a scattered thunderstorm type pattern down there. But as far as hurricane weather is concerned, you're not going to see any of that down there along the Gulf Coast. So Delta will continue its trek inland, landfall about 24 hours from now or somewhere around 7 or 8 p.m. Central Time on your Friday evening. And then by 1 a.m. Saturday, we'll be up in central Louisiana. By 1 p.m. Saturday, right there along the Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi state line. By 1 o'clock Sunday morning, up across northeast Mississippi. And then by 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon, a position near Nashville, or maybe just a little bit to the east of Nashville. So the weather across East Alabama and West Georgia will start going downhill. We're going to start to see an increase in clouds first, and then maybe rain on Friday afternoon into Friday night, thunderstorms, most likely on Saturday into Sunday, and there is a chance that we could see some severe weather across East Alabama and West Georgia as well. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's convective outlook for Friday. You'll see that chance of severe weather certainly much better down there in Louisiana, around New Orleans, back over to Lake Charles. And then we have a marginal risk from about Mobile over to the Louisiana-Texas state line. And then just scattered general thunderstorms from about Destin, Fort Walton Beach, all the way up to Tunica, Mississippi, back over into southeast Arkansas and most of the state of Louisiana. For Friday, we don't expect any thunderstorms in Alabama or Georgia, though a stray thunder shower certainly not out of the question on your Friday. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Saturday. I know that it says Friday up there at the top. Let's just move that out of the way so there's no confusion. This is Saturday. And you'll see that marginal risk for severe weather moves up into central Mississippi, back over to central Alabama, and over into northeast Alabama from about Randolph and Clay north. And that runs all the way up into Tennessee. So we could see a severe thunderstorm or two, I think, late in the day on Saturday, possibly during the overnight hours Saturday night into Sunday morning. But now, folks, understand this is not going to be a large outbreak of severe weather. What's going to happen here is we're going to see thunderstorms training off of the Gulf of Mexico up through Alabama and then migrating back to whatever's left of Delta back over in Mississippi. So where those thunderstorms, or where that moisture comes up off the Gulf of Mexico and streams north, when it starts to turn back to the northwest, that's where you start to get the twisting in the atmosphere and the shear that takes place because the thunderstorm is starting to turn back to the left. That's where we could see spin-up tornadoes. So that's what we're going to have to watch for. That will be the only real severe weather threat, I think, will be quick spin-up tornadoes that won't last very long. Most often with these tropical systems, by the time they issue the warning, the signature's already gone off of the radar screen. They don't last long. But certainly, if you're under one of these thunderstorms and it produces one of those spin-up tornadoes, it's significant for you. So we're going to watch that very closely. And, of course, if we start to see that happening on Saturday, we'll have live coverage for you right here on Dr. Don's weather page. All right, so here's what the National Weather Service office in Birmingham has to say about the severe weather threat. This is for Saturday from 1 o'clock in the afternoon through 9 p.m. in the evening. There will be another graphic that will replace this one, and I think it will probably carry on into the wee hours of Sunday morning. For as far as the tornado threat is concerned. Damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, and a brief spin-up tornado is possible in the areas where you see the green. Now, that, for all practical purposes, includes Randolph County in our coverage area, Randolph, Cleburne, Calhoun, Talladega, Clay, central and northwestern Tallapoosa County, Coosa County, and then down into Elmore County. It also covers all of our central Alabama counties of Chilton, Autauga, Montgomery, Elmore, Lowndes, and Dallas. So if you're anywhere in central Alabama or the northern part of northeast Alabama or east Alabama, then there is a risk for some severe weather for you on primarily Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. The primary risk is going to be a brief spin-up tornado and damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour. Here's your national map in motion. You can see Delta making landfall. And this particular model is pretty much following the same track the National Hurricane Center has out there right now. And you can see those red areas there. They have them drawn in. That's where we would expect to see severe weather. And you see a couple of them as we go throughout the day, north and central Alabama. Then you see another one pop up there at the end of the loop up there in Tennessee. So that's where the National Severe Storms Forecast Center, or the Storm Prediction Center, is expecting to see a few severe thunderstorms on Saturday and Saturday night. Here's your Goes East Southern Mississippi Valley satellite shot. This is valid as of about 5:05 p.m. Central on your Thursday. And you can see those clouds beginning to stream in. We've already seen clouds across East Alabama from time to time. But if you'll look back over to around the I-65 corridor in Alabama, then you start to get into the thicker clouds, and it's pretty much a solid cloud deck from that point all the way back over to the western side of the storm. We do have a few big thunderstorms already down there just north of Apalachicola. We've got a few about to come on shore now around Mobile. Maybe a big thunderstorm there just south of Andalusia as well. We'll show you all of that on the Southern Union State Community College live HD radar in just a few moments. But as we go throughout the night, and certainly by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it will be mostly cloudy, and it's probably going to stay that way until at least noon or sometime afternoon on your Sunday. Total rainfall amounts expected over the next 5 days across the southeastern United States. No question where the big rains will be. It'll be down there around Lake Charles, Louisiana, right along the Texas-Louisiana state border. Some areas down there could pick up 7 inches. Isolated spots could see an inch or two higher than that. 10-inch reports would not be completely out of the question. But then across Alabama, particularly East Alabama and West Georgia, we're not looking for a ton of rain. Sure, there could be some short-lived flooding if we get a heavy thunderstorm that stays over a particular area for any length of time, because the rain rates are going to be pretty high in some of these thunderstorms. If they sit there long, then you could have some street-level flooding, flash flooding type stuff, but it won't last long. We're in most areas, we're thinking maybe an inch and a half to an inch and 3/4 tops in East Alabama and West Georgia. So not looking for a flooding situation. We're not expecting anything like what they're going to see back over in Louisiana and up into southern Arkansas. So major flooding, not a significant threat, I don't think, right now for East Alabama. But there is that chance of some severe weather, so we are going to have to pay attention to this. Don't want to play it off at all. All right, so let's take a look at a new product we're going to run for you for the next couple of 2-3 weeks. It's called the Fall Foliage Prediction Map, and this is what generally happens every year, and I can concur that this is pretty accurate right now. We have minimal leaf color in Alabama, northeast Alabama down into central Alabama. Across the about the northern third of the state of Georgia, we do have some patchy colors as of right now. And then as you get on up into northeast Georgia, we do have partial color. I went over the mountain to Blairsville yesterday, and I can tell you that at the top of the mountain up there, it is already on fire with beautiful color. So if you generally like to come to North Georgia to see the foliage in the fall, I think from now for the next 2 weeks is going to be prime time for you. Right this moment, the higher you go in elevation, the more color you're going to get, but that will slowly start coming down the mountain range as we go over the next several weeks. Your local temperatures for Friday across Alabama and Georgia. Roanoke will hit 78. We'll do the same thing in Wadley. Wedowee goes to 78. Woodland at 77. Ranburne at 77. Franklin tops out at 78 on Friday. 81 down in Tallahassee. Here's your Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar. And we do have some big thunderstorms down there across portions of Florida and up into the Mobile area. We're just going to kind of take a quick look at that. And you can see that big line of thunderstorms there, stretching from Panama City up to around Defuniak Springs, and then right there across the Alabama-Florida line, north or south, I should say, of Andalusia, and up there on the north end of the Mobile Bay, some big thunderstorms as well. That stretches back over to Biloxi and then down to New Iberia. So let's back out just a little bit. Delta still a little too far out to really get to see that on the live Doppler radar. So let's go over to the Southern Union State Community College Futurecast radar. And this starts at midnight on Thursday and goes all the way out through 1 a.m. on Sunday. And there are a couple of things I'm going to show you here. Number one, we're looking at rain in East Alabama by mid-morning tomorrow, if this model is correct. maybe some showers and maybe even a thunder shower on your Friday morning by 9, 10, or 11 o'clock. And then as the day goes on, we'll just see scattered showers and thunderstorms across East Alabama. And then by about 7:30, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock on Friday evening, we should start to see the eye wall making landfall there in southern Louisiana. And we'll also see a few showers and thunder showers across East Alabama. Most of Alabama has rain by this time. And then as we go throughout the night and we lose the heating of the day, I think for the most part the rain will subside across most of East Alabama as well. And then as we get into the day on Saturday, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms return. Of course, we'll watch what's happening over West Alabama because that's where it'll be first. And then as we go throughout the day, we start to see some pretty big thunderstorms blow up across central Alabama. This loop stops at 1 a.m. on Sunday morning, so we can't see what the model thinks is going to happen during the day on Sunday. I think that's when our greatest severe weather threat will be, even though we'll have that threat on Saturday afternoon and into the early evening hours on Saturday evening. I think our greatest severe weather threat may actually be on Sunday afternoon. If we have any breaks in the clouds on Sunday morning, then we may have some problems on Sunday afternoon. But this is at 1 a.m. Sunday morning. You see some pretty big thunderstorms there near Montgomery, up to Birmingham, and then south all the way down there to around Monroeville. Between Monroeville and Dothan, some mighty big storms down there as well. Here's your forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center for East Alabama. On Friday, a 50% chance of showers. It'll be mostly cloudy, will not be an all-day rain. You'll see showers from time to time, and then the showers will go away. May even see a peek at the sun from time to time. 78 will be your high on Friday. Don't think we have any severe weather threats on Friday. We go down to 68 on Friday night. Now, a lot of high schools have moved their ball games to Thursday night. But there are still a few that will be playing on Friday night, Woodland being one of them, homecoming. So what's the $64 million question? How much rain for the ball games that are going to be played on Friday night? Well, it's not going to be a deluge. It's not going to be a complete flood. It's not going to be a washout. And I really don't think that we see much in the way of thunderstorms on Friday night. But there will be showers around, and we'll call it 60%. Down to 68, your overnight low. Then on Saturday, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms more directly influenced by what's left of Hurricane Delta. 78 will be your high on Saturday. That rain will last into Saturday night, though I think by mid-evening or certainly by midnight Saturday night, we start to lose the heat of the day, so the thunderstorms go away as well. Then on Sunday, as what's left of Delta makes its closest approach to East Alabama, as it moves through northeast Mississippi and up into central Tennessee, we'll go back to a 70% chance of showers, perhaps a thunderstorm or two, and we're going to have to watch there for the possibility of a few marginally severe storms. 77 will be your high on Sunday. We'll drop down to 65 Sunday night as Delta says bye-bye and heads off to the northeast, taking the chance of rain and thunderstorms with it. We'll drop back to just a 30% chance of rain on Sunday night. Then look what happens on Columbus Day. Here we go with some more gorgeous fall-type weather. Mostly sunny on Monday, 83. On Tuesday, 79 with sunshine. And then on Wednesday, 77 will be your high with lots of sunshine. How about the extended forecast? It looks pretty good, too. We continue with the great weather on Thursday the 15th, 86. Maybe a few morning clouds on the 16th, 76. Out there on the 17th, we go back to pleasant and sunny. That continues through the 18th. Maybe a few raindrops on Monday the 19th, and back to a few thunderstorms out there on the 20th, if that long-range forecast is correct. Check us out at drdonwx.com. Also, go over to the God's Country page, download the Mixler app so you can listen to God's Country anywhere in the whole wide world. Let me give a shout-out to Kevin Moon. Moon, brother, I hope you get to feeling better real soon and get back on that radio station. We miss you greatly. Also, click on that link at the top of this page and go over to our YouTube site, Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. Be sure you subscribe to our channel and click that little bell so that you get a push notification when we go live for severe weather, which we may very well do on Saturday and Sunday. I will be live on Friday night as the hurricane makes landfall, so be sure and watch your Facebook feeds for that. Or if you go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, you'll get that notification regardless of whether you're looking at social media or not. Our partners include Joey Knight at Anchor Roofing, 706-326-2438. Judy Aubrey at Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in downtown Roanoke, 334-863-2812. Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning, 334-646-0331. Mr. Brandon Brown at BR Construction, 334-744-1507. Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. Becky Rainwater at RE/MAX Lakefront, 256-610-1390. By Auction 431 South, Joey Knight at 256-252-8932. Made in the South, a division of Southeast Soft Wash, 334-863-0084. Mark Mitchell at Bama Diesel Repair in Woodland, 256-201-3685. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, 256-610-1364. And Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent, 256-452-5131. All right, folks, again, don't forget, I will be along about, probably in the neighborhood of 6 p.m. Central on your Friday. And we will watch as Delta makes landfall. We'll have some live video from that area. And we'll watch the weather and update you on what we think is going to happen across East Alabama and West Georgia as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Again, that's coming up at about 6 p.m. on your Friday evening. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here then. Don't forget to run over to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX to help us out so we can continue to help you with our severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's weather page.